how can we bring about balance in our own lives? Now, there's many different things we could do, and we could begin by way of a simple ceremony to honor the coming of spring. Now, the ceremony can be formal or informal in its undertaking. And while there are many ways to celebrate and honor the beginnings of spring, we can keep this simple this time. Consider creating a sacred space, ideally a circle, outside in a natural element. Hello and welcome to episode 163 of Toward a Better Life.
It's in the flickering lace of fire as it's snapping in the air, and the whispers of the feathered wings of a bird no longer there. It's the white moon aflower and the tug that pulls your heart toward that first ecstatic kiss. Oh yes, oh yes. Or as the light bleeds back into your opening eyes, abolishing the dream from the view that lives outside. Oh yes, oh yes. Stepping out onto the stairs that seem to lead nowhere, reaching out for the hand that has not quite appeared. Do you run from the broken stairs like a vagabond on the road, or take hold of the unseen hand in the instant that you say, oh yes, oh yes. It's all right here and not yet there. It's all right here and not yet It's in the delicate sound of silence as it's hanging in the air, while the answer that you're waiting for to your question hovers there. It's the inhalation or the lifting of the bow for that first resounding note. Oh yes, oh yes. And as the dawn escapes the darkness of the night, it's the deciding light for the moment born, and
This is Kevin Pennell, and that was Nymphya to open the episode with her song Liminal, used with her permission. Liminal is a song that came to her while walking alone down a windy country road during the pandemic. The song was inspired by those transitional moments in life that are so powerful, be they sunset, dawn, waking from a dream, or entering the other world in a trance state. Nymphya and I will be chatting soon about her journey, and her music later on this spring, so do stay tuned for that. There's a link in the show notes for Nymphya and her music. Thanks to you, dear listener, for tuning into the episode, and regardless of where in the world you might be, our lives can flow with a natural rhythm, a natural flow of life to ultimately aim to balance. And this is the timeless message of Toward a Better Life, going on with the flow in the rhythm of life. That's also performed through implementing balance, harmony, compassion, kindness into our lives, personally, culturally, and spiritually. This all begins with each one of us individually. I like to share the concepts on the podcast from around the world, seeking others of the same spirit, heart, and mind to share with you their story, their lives, their encouragement. And through the application of many of the insights and teachings from these episodes, we can become better souls, better spirits, true human beings that continue on a journey to wholeness and harmony, not only for ourselves, but passed on to the generations yet to come because we made the change. I also offer you the opportunity to share your prose, music, poetry, or storytelling on the program, and thanks to each one of you that have sent your music and prose and so forth to me, and we'll keep doing that. Please subscribe to the program if you haven't done so already through your favorite podcast platform, and keep following for weekly magical insights into earth-based spirituality, self-development, and self-care. Also, remember to support the show by leaving your review on Apple, Spotify podcast. It only takes a moment to leave that review. Do visit my website, towardabetterlife.com, where you can contact me to learn more about a free discovery call so you can begin your journey toward a better life, along with other episodes, learning opportunities, and services that I offer outside the podcast, plus a few accessories to assist you on your own journey. Contact me through my website or send me an email, kevin@towardabetterlife.com. So, spring is drawing closer. According to weather forecasters, the meteorological time has already started on March 1st. The time? Spring. Well, according to them. Now, we walked the local greenway the other day and noticed several spring flowers showing off their natural beauty already. I'm devoting this episode to honoring and celebrating the new life of spring as it sprouts forth all around us. After looking at spring from a place of earth-based spirituality, I'll be leading a short guided meditation. As always, do make certain that you aren't driving a vehicle or performing any kind of activity that requires your full attention. Just pause the podcast, find a good time and place where you're undisturbed. Settle back and enjoy the guided meditation. That said, settle back now and enjoy as I share some of the wonders and possible methods to celebrate spring in this episode of Toward a Better Life. Though the early signs of spring continue to show themselves, trees budding, irises and daffodils are shooting through the leaf litter while trees slowly bud as shorter cold days slowly give way to the warmth of the longer ones. Darkness gives way to light. Interesting thought. Though evergreens remain green throughout the year, they behave a little differently as spring draws near. Like most rhododendrons of North Carolina, remain green year-round. They may curl their leaves to protect themselves from the cold, but they still remain green and bloom from March through July. Now, as we witness the various signs of new growth, hope embraces us with the surety of coming spring, and with that, all the natural world around us begins to teem with life. Not only do the trees, flowers, herbs share their beauty, but the birds sing their songs of joy, the joy for the change to warmer mornings as they announce each new day at dawn. Not only do they sing their songs, but We see the males coloring up to attract potential mates with vibrant reds of cardinals, rich golds of goldfinches, and brilliant blues of the bluebirds. The deer, well, they bound through the leaf litter, and bears begin to slowly emerge from hibernation, and even foxes frolic outside their warm dens with the kits in tow. Even we humans stride with a bit more vigor, a little bit more bounce in our steps. We look at, seed catalogs, we plant seeds, we try to design what kind of vegetables we want this year, maybe what kind of flowers we like in our gardens. We visit local nurseries to add more foliage to our bits of land, whether that's a tract or a modest plot surrounding our home, or even a window planter in the city. We look for that connection to the natural world, to seek our lives' connection to the natural world. We sink our hands into the dirt to deepen our relationship with the earth. The spring equinox, also known as Alban Eiler, is March 21st to the 22nd, as mere weeks away. Now, at the moment, we're in the middle place between Imbolc and Alban Eiler. And that said, the beginning of spring, the day of spring, is, of course, it's known in the equinox time, when daylight hours are equal to the length of night. While we celebrate spring in the northern hemisphere, the southern hemisphere celebrates the fall equinox. The southern hemisphere's spring is September 21st to the 22nd. From the perspective of Druidry, 3 celebrations surrounding this phase in the wheel of the year. We have Imbolc sprouting with the first growths of spring, while Alban Eiler marks its more definitive beginnings, and Beltane, it marks the epitome of the season before it fully blossoms into what we know striking evidence of summer. Ross Nichols, also known as Newin, a former chosen chief of the Order of Bards, Ovates, and Druids, expressed his thoughts on spring this way. Spring with the Druid movement is at least a triple celebration. One could indeed take it back even to the winter solstice with the rebirth of light. However, beginning with Imbolc, or Brigid, as the first of a trio, we have the first plow, the washing of the face of the earth, and 8 lights, because this is a distinctly Mother Goddess occasion, purification of the Blessed Virgin Mary and Candlemas in Christianity. So we have the use of earth, water, and light. The second festa is the spring equinox, Alban Eiler. Here in the open air again. If we celebrate at Parliament Hill, we have the use of the stone of free speech, earth, the fire of spring, the censer, and the sword of ether or spirit, and transformed water, wine, is given by the spring lady, as well as the atom seeds for growth. Alban Eiler, at the point of balance between Imbolc and Beltane, is at the point of balance, too, between day and night, and it is a perfect time to open the quality of balance in our own lives. So, as Newman expounded that so well about the importance of balance, how can we bring about balance in our own lives? Now, there's many different things we could do, and we could begin by way of a simple ceremony to honor the coming of spring. Now, the ceremony can be formal or informal in its undertaking, and while there are many ways to celebrate and honor the beginnings of spring, we can keep this simple this time. Consider creating a sacred space, ideally a circle, outside in a natural element. Now, this space can have your 4 cardinal points, east, south, west, and north. You could prepare the space before you begin by bringing in some tokens, such as maybe some early spring flowers, some seeds that you'd wish to honor or bless, or young plants that you'd like to honor or bless. Crystals, small bowl of water, maybe some candles for spirit, and incense. And more formal celebrations would direct specific locations for these tokens, be it Druidic, pagan, Wicca perspectives, whatever earth-based spirituality path it may be. But to begin, let's try this. Quietly enter your circle from the west with a conscious effort to leave your cares and concerns of the outside world behind or outside the circle. I remember years ago, many, many years ago, in broadcast days, I remember as a teenager walking into the studio for the first time, and I saw a little sign above the door that said, "Leave all of your problems and undertakings outside this door." And that's kind of an interesting way to look at this. Leave all of your problems or discerns or whatever it may be, leave them outside the circle. Then as you walk into the circle, open your senses to the elements around you. Then find a seat on the ground, a stump, or even a seating place that maybe you've put there. Then, first thing, take a nice smell of the air as it permeates your being. Look at the surroundings, the trees, the earth, early spring flowers. Listen to and feel the breeze as it embraces you, regardless of how light or how strong it may be. You may even hear early buzzing of bees. Be especially attentive during this. Your spring celebration, now that you have the bird song or rustling of the leaf litter as other inhabitants of the natural world join you, and feel the sun-warmed earth by touching it with your hands or walking on it with your bare feet. Feel how your connection with the natural world becomes greater as each moment, each second passes by. When it feels comfortable or appropriate, close your eyes and say some words of gratitude for what you're experiencing and ask for the spirits of the land to bless this time and thank them for joining you in your sacred space that you have created. Then open your eyes, stand facing east, and point to the east with your index finger and say, "May there be peace in the east." Keeping your finger pointed as though you're going to be drawing an invisible line, keep your finger pointed and draw that line while you're turning your body clockwise toward the south. Stop when you face south and say, "May there be peace in the south." Keeping your finger pointed, draw a line while turning your body clockwise toward the west. Stop while facing west and say, "May there be peace in the west." And then keeping your finger pointed, draw a line while turning your body toward the north. Stop while facing north and say, "May there be peace in the north." Finally, keeping your finger pointed, draw a line while returning your body toward the east. Stop while facing east and say, "May there be peace throughout the world and for this ceremony." At this point, return to a seated position and meditate on all that you have experienced during this time so far. Open all of your senses again, feeling how your connection with the earth is even deeper now. Acknowledge the thankfulness for spring with all its wonder and splendor. Since spring speaks of balance, with equal time of light and darkness, seeking ways to bring equanimity into your own life can be an ongoing activity or goal as we move from this place through the wheel of the year. Also, seek to connect with the trees. Lean against that tree, touch the tree, hug the tree, feel the tree. The flora, touch the flowers, look at the flowers that are nearby, the brush, all the new growth that's coming forth, and the fauna that perhaps joined you at this time. You can look for anything and everything. You might have insects, you might have deer, you might have squirrels, you might have just about anything that you can imagine. And then invite your ethereal guides and helpers to join you. Pause and seek peace for a while, meditating on all the wonders that come to your heart, mind, spirit, and soul as you celebrate spring and what it means to you. Now, once you've completed your meditation, close your ceremony. And this may be done by first acknowledging and thanking all that have joined you for the celebration, both seen and unseen. Then, with eyes open, stand and face the east once again, and with your index finger extended and pointing east, express thanks for the spirits of the east in joining you at this time. Turning counterclockwise now, draw your line to the north, expressing thanks to those spirits as well. And continue the same format for the west and the south. Then, as you return to the east, say some words that seem appropriate for you to close the ceremony, express peace and well-being to continue throughout the world, and give thanks for all that have joined you nearby. As I mentioned in the beginning of this exercise, there are many different ways to celebrate the coming of spring, and what I've shared is a more informal way in doing so. Now, if you'd like to venture further into other methods of celebration, I would encourage you to seek out resources that resonate with you and your path of earth-based spirituality, be that Druidry, paganism, Wicca, or whatever spiritual endeavor you may be feeling drawn to. Now, let's take some time for a guided meditation focusing on spring, Alban Alair. As always, do find yourself a comfortable space, a comfortable place, while not performing any activity that requires your attention, like driving, equipment operation, or any other similar activity. Acknowledge the safety of your space, whether it's a chair, a couch, lying on the floor with your space, whatever works for you. Now let's begin. Breathe. Take a nice, deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Give a little space in between those movements. Breathe in, hold it, and breathe out. With each breath taken, you feel a little more relaxed than you did a moment ago. Let's do it again. Breathing in, hold it, exhale out. Once again, as we breathe in, feel almost like energy from the earth is coming up through the soles of your feet, and you're connecting with the earth around you. Breathing it in and holding it. And then exhale. Again, with each breath that you take, you feel more relaxed than you did a moment ago. One last. Inhaling. Hold it. And exhale out. Now, as you're breathing through this time that we are together, try to keep your breath even and relaxed and full. Inhaling in through the nose and out through the mouth. You needn't worry about holding your breath either way at this point. Just relax with every breath that you take, and you find yourself going deeper and deeper, more and more relaxed. And with your eyes closed and continuing to breathe relaxation into your being, open your spiritual eyes. And in this exercise, let's find ourselves in a warm and comfortable, safe forest. And just open up all of our senses around us. As we walk through the forest, feel the energies as they emerge in our mind's eye. Feel the sun upon your face and the warmth on your back as you walk further into the woods. Pay special notice of any plants or animals or birds that may come near to apparently join you on your journey, on your walk. And as you're continuing, really open up your feelings, open up your senses, open up everything around you, smell the earth, feel the earth as we walk, finding a pathway to a clearing. A clearing it's calling out to us from our heart center, and we can feel it drawing us closer and closer. And as we do, we find ourselves forming a circle and being part of a circle around a central fire. And then finding a spot, sit and take another breath. and place our hands on either side of us to the earth and feel the earth at a deeper level. Quieten your heart, quieten your mind, quieten your soul, and perhaps even listen and feel for the heartbeat of Mother Earth. When you feel like it, using your spirit eyes, tilt your head back gently and feel the warmth of spring's sun above you. It's a beautiful, warming feeling that emanates throughout your entire being, filling you with wonderful energy, wonderful power of spring, the growth and power of spring. Not only are you connected to the earth, but the sky above you and infinity beyond. Now let's take a few moments and examine what we've reviewed together about spring and how it may relate to you as an individual. Looking near us as we sit among others surrounding that sacred fire, we look down by our left and we see a lovely group of wild spring flowers and all their simple, elegant blooms of beauty. What spiritual insight can we glean from these flowers? Or maybe our plans of planting our own seeds as spring begins to show through. And as I shared earlier, open all of your senses, again, feeling connection with the earth, and feeling that connection becoming even deeper, deeper and deeper. Acknowledging thankfulness for spring with all of its wonder and splendor. And since spring speaks of balance, with equal time of light and darkness, seeking ways to bring balance into our own life, consider an ongoing activity or goal of balance as we move from this place of spring, through the wheel of the year. Also seek to connect with the trees around you, the flora near you, and the fauna that perhaps joined you at this time. And now you can, if they haven't joined you already, invite your ethereal guides and helpers to join you. Pause and seek peace for a while, meditating on all the wonders that come to your heart, your mind, your spirit, and your soul, all culminating to celebrate the wonders and the power of spring. Now, just enjoy this space for a few moments, and I'll tap the singing bowl when it's time to return, but this is your time now. Enjoy the peace within, and allow it to surround you. Now that you are completing your meditation, acknowledge and thank all that have joined you for this celebration, both seen and unseen. While you're in this space, place your hands on the ground on either side of you, thinking, may this space be blessed, and all the earth be blessed. And take your hands up and place them over your heart, and may all participants, seen and unseen, be blessed. Then gently rise up and begin to walk away from this sacred circle. As you walk away, feel yourself becoming more aware of your physical surroundings, of the floor beneath your feet, of the four walls around you, and the ceiling above you. And when you are ready, you may open your eyes, retaining all that you have experienced during this journey, your journey to honor spring and its coming beauty and all of its abundance. So let it be.
Looking out my window, I see skeletons of trees reaching into endless gray. It's reaching into me. I'm thinking too much and it weighs me down to the point I feel I can't get out. The air is crisp and quiet, like it has secrets to keep. The night a kind of velvet dark that makes it hard to sleep. Don't think about it, know we're gonna find a way. Don't think about it, know we're gonna find a way. Every winter ends in spring, every broken reckoning, and we find forever somewhere in between. You can feel the fire start, the wild reaches of your heart. When you think it's all gonna fall apart, we're almost through the dark. The fingers of the trees ending promises of hope, each one waiting to unfurl, but it cannot see the snow. You think about it, we can always find a way. Yeah, well, think about it, we can always find a way. Every winter ends in spring, every roaring reckoning, and we find forever somewhere in between. You can feel the fire start, the wild reaches of your heart. When you think it's all gonna fall apart, we're almost through the dark. But the circles within circles, spinning ever round and round. It's hard to see when we're standing still upon the ground, constantly creating ends become our beginnings. It is up to us to make our peace with living in the meadow. Everywhere ends in spring, every road and reckoning, and we find forever somewhere in between. Yeah, you can feel the fire starting, the wild reaches of your heart, and when you think it's all gonna fall apart, we're almost through the dark.
That was Emrys Abner from Mac and Cheese with Almost Through the Dark, used with his permission. There's a link in the show notes for more music from Mac and Cheese. And Emrys will be joining me for an episode in the future, and I'm sure that you'll be hearing more from him in the future as well with his music. And that's our show for this week. I do hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed our little chat about celebrating spring. Now it's up to you to celebrate spring in your own way. As always, a very special thanks to you, dear listener, for tuning into the program. And remember, if you're seeking insights and advice on how to create a better life for yourself, and if you're seeking to dive into self-care, self-development, experience hypnotherapy, distant shamanic work, Reiki, clearing, whatever it might be, drop me a line, kevin@towardaBetterLife.com, for your free discovery call. And in that call, we'll talk about you, and we can discuss your goals, your plans for achieving them, and move toward your own journey toward your better life. You can also visit the website towardaBetterLife.com for past episodes, blog entries, ways to enhance your spiritual journey, and upcoming events. Speaking of which, coming up the end of April, if you're into massage therapy and you're in the area of Charleston, South Carolina, I'm going to be there to teach a continuing ed course on Tui Na, a Chinese form of medical massage. Please subscribe to the show and follow Toward a Better Life through your favorite podcast platform, and leave a review if you would on Apple, Spotify, Overcast, whatever podcast platform you might be using. It helps to spread the word about the program and just helps the algorithm. So if you do that, thank you so much. As always, if you'd like to share your story, music, or prose, or if you want to be my guest, just write to me, kevin@towardaBetterLife.com. Until next week, enjoy your spring-filled journey toward a better life.